Hello everybody, it's Joel from Silver Arrow Cars, and this is our 1986 Porsche 944 manual transmission. This is, I believe, a 3-owner car, and it is quite obvious that there's a serious amount of love over the years. It is, I'll start off by saying it is a repaint, but to a fairly high level. And the car is, I can't even imagine why it needed the repaint. Maybe it was sap stains, maybe it was a fastidious owner, not really sure. It was done here in Victoria. This car has been in Victoria for a number of years, but the overall condition is just really nice. It's really nice to drive. Transmission feels great, clutch feels great, engine sings, no weird noises. It's just it's a great little car. Now, we had one of these in a turbo a little while back, and you know what? The difference between driving the turbo and this isn't massive. This it drives quite well. It's a fun little 5-speed gearbox. It's a great little car. Obviously, I would say early on in their collectability are the 944s, but they're certainly earning a place of appreciation for me. Of course, we deal a lot with 911s, but it's an inexpensive entry point into the Porsche world, and for a car that I would imagine will garner more and more attention. It's a pretty iconic car and model for Porsche, being that it was a car that led them away briefly from what they had always traditionally done. And certainly a front engine car still lives on with Porsche in the Panamera. But enough of that. Let me get into the car and just let this video please supplement all of our photos and the information in the listing itself. So let's get started. As always, let's start off with the front of the car, the leading edge of the car. And with a lot of Porsches and sports cars, where you end up seeing a lot of the wear and tear. Sometimes you'll see it in the headlights, sometimes you'll see it in the marker lights, and maybe sometimes just on the front bumper. But this one, of course, we're not going to see a lot of chips in the paint, but all the rubbers, the lenses, are all in great shape. These rubbers, the bumperettes on the front, they look like new pretty much. Your little nozzles for the headlight washers in great shape. Nice in and around there. The lower valance and the skirt, all in quite good shape. Let's look at the emblem a little bit. It's still in pretty good shape. So there's not going to be a lot to point out, obviously, with paint condition and chips and such. Looks like there's a little rub there post when they had the paint job done, and a little there that someone's touched up. So hard to notice until you get up close. Another chip there. The original wheels, I don't think those have been refinished. I think that's probably original. Those are in really good shape. Tires are dated 2017, so they're good. Rock guard in and around the rear lip of this fender. The paint is quite good. I did notice on the hood there's like slight, and this isn't going to be able to pick it up, there is slight orange peel. It's not mirror-like, but it's quite good. In and around the window, everything looks good there. It is secure at glass. Wiper arms. All that is great. No chips, nothing in the windshield to report. A little chipping up here. But this is all pretty minor stuff. All the way along the door, looks really great. You can see that factory rock guard down along the bottom of the car, painted same color as the car. Body moldings, they're great. Yeah, the exterior of the car, the overall condition is just really, really good. You can see just in there a little bit. You might see a little bit of evidence of the paintwork, but I did check into the door jambs, and yeah, you can feel the tape line there, but it's not super obvious. Just before we dive into the interior, we'll just keep going around the exterior. All the trim around the windows all look quite good. I think those are generally, wherever there's plastic, rubber, and acrylics in black on a used car, that's usually a good place to look for indications of wear or sun damage. That foam-like rear fin, or sorry, rear wing, could use a little bit of petroleum-based product on it, but in really good shape. Same with that rear wiper. There's a good look down the side. All these rear lenses look really, really nice. As if still new, really. Same with the rear bumperettes, the Porsche deckling. A little chunk missing there, but all really, really clean. Give you a look down there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that much. No chipping or discoloration on the rear emblem. And the same goes for the side markers here in the rear. You can see along the rear of the car, since it's been painted, no markings. I don't see any chips up in and around this region. Same all along the rear quarter. Even the lower rocker guards on the passenger side look great. Body moldings, same thing. There's a high level of gloss to the car as well. So I think it fooled me. I wouldn't have thought it had a repaint at all. Looking into the crevices and cracks, hard to find evidence at a casual glance of repaint. All secure at glass here. Good seal, very pliable still. It's not all dried out and cracked from sun damage. Nothing to report on that leading edge of the roof either. Same with the mirrors. Usually these mirrors always had lots of chipping on the exterior of them. Nothing showing there. Okay, so let's just get into the interior. The interior is very, very impressive. All of the dash, steering wheel, shifter, carpets, seats, inserts, center console, the lid for the center console, door panel, switches, handles, everything shows very little use. Very impressive. The 944 Turbo we had previously, it was very well taken care of and had fairly low mileage, but this is another level. Even that clock still works. We set it yesterday. Glove box light. Fold the seats forward. Everything in the rear seats looks untouched. And same with the headliner. It's a really, really clean interior. It's very impressive. Let me just move through the back of the car. Unlock the hatch. So back here we've got toolkit. It looks to be the inflation system. Looks like the toolkit is complete. And we've got that is our plate. The case for the sunroof, if you want to remove the sunroof. All this carpet looks extremely good. You can see light still working in the rear compartment. I did try, we had the tonneau pulled out and across. I will say it's not retracting properly. It retracts about halfway. Feels like it just needs to be fiddled with. And then it's got an old school bazooka tube in the back that goes along with that Pioneer aftermarket stereo. So in regards to that stereo, we do have the original Blaupunkt, and that does come along with the car. You'll find that in the listing for the car itself. But again, hood struts are nice and strong. The back cargo compartment looks really, really tidy and very close to new. And if I can move some of this stuff, stay with me. I'm gonna pull some of this carpet back, and there's your space saver spare, and the original jack. Very tidy indeed underneath. Okay. Let's take you around to the driver's side, and we'll pop the hood and get underneath the hood, and we'll wrap it up. So as everybody knows, usually the driver's side, both through the door panel, where the feet kick, and also where you're usually putting a lot of weight on the door panel, on the armrest is usually where you're going to see a lot of wear, but just very, very tidy. Those switches look like they have no wear whatsoever. And then if you look at the driver's seat, same thing again. Almost, yeah, I would say nothing. I'm seeing nowhere in the bolsters. The seat has great cushion and spring to it. All the seat switches work. And there's just a little bit of wear to the steering wheel, but as I've been driving it, feel no nicks or scars on the leather. The acrylic on the gauge cluster, very shiny, not all scratched up. So let's pop that hood. Nice fitment to the doors. Hood struts nice and strong. And just a very clean and tidy and original engine compartment. And there you can see timing belt was done. This vehicle conforms to US EPA regulations applicable to the 86 model year new motor vehicles. So the car is compliant emissions wise in the US. I can't guarantee California, as that is just always an unknown for us. And if you live in California, we definitely recommend and suggest you look in to emission standards for this model year in California. But all other states, as far as we know, and like everything else we've sold, especially being this old, conforms and can be registered in your home state. I'll wrap it up there. Hopefully that works well for you as a supplement to all of our photos. If you need the car shipped, please use the contact seller button or Google Silver Arrow Cars Limited. Contact us and we will get in touch. We can help you with shipping to wherever it is that you need to go. We've sold over 115 cars now on Bring a Trailer. There is nothing we can't overcome, and we can definitely get the car into your garage with a little effort on your behalf. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.